some man charge. Now I must proceed. Yo, we about to make moves, set speed. Beast to make me fight Q-tip, unleash a heed. Watch me out like Apollo Creed. Body, making you just feed more dynamic flows and take heed. Need more information, homeboy, than just weed. Hey, you can read all about the pure breed. Do the mobile dance, my duty, let my seed. When I step up in the place, say yo, I step correct. I got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. I got you all in check, and you know we come through to wreck that this hotel. No hands up in the air and never disrespect. How dare you ever try to step on my suede shoes? Top Gun shut down your firm like Tom Cruise. Please let me get down and...
A wet and dreary day in our nation's capital as we join you from Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Tonight we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Washington Commanders.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. His guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. A wet and dreary day in our nation's capital as we join you from Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Tonight we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Washington Commanders.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday Night Primetime. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
That's their own 20-yard line.
Here we go, set. 19 Tigers.
To the air goes Dart. That's taken in by Golden. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Throwing right away is Dart. He's taken down. Back in his own 7. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Well, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
Here's Dart. And now a throw incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw, Dart. Now he's going to step up and run. Away from Swell, that's going to be intercepted. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters who often hope for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
8 yards.
So 8 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
15-yard
Charles,
line.
Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game you play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up 2nd and goal. 1st and goal, looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels. His 5th touchdown back for the year. And the Commanders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. The point after through the raindrops, something good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Commanders 7. Packers nothing.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football. Wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays and try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 8. Working out of the gun is Dart. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Looking for Christian Watson that time. That'll make it 3rd again. Bengals defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
Dart from the gun on 3rd down. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. On 4th down on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. Jalen Lane deep for Washington. Fielded just inside the 30. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get back out there, got time to dwell on things, and look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. To throw is Daniels. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. This defense for the Packers very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times to interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Here's 2nd and 3. Now Daniels. Looking left side, complete. A gain of 6. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and he's going to put that contact there.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
He's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Well, I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
We can make this one pretty simple. Let him get all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here we go on 4th down. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. The Commanders went for it, but they could not pick up the 1st. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings, because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about your stuff.
And brought down the field, reaching the 25. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
And the Packers 1st down.
To the air, Dart. He finds his rookie wide out from Tennessee. Now inside the 25. And finally wrestled down at the 11. And big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A minuscule gain, maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Out of the gun, here's Dart. Get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jaleel McLaughlin, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Packers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Here we go.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Quay Walker. Down to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. To throw is Dart. As he throws there, incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
The give is to McLaughlin. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
From the gun, Dart. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that will go incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this one is right through. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Let's go now.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you. An interception's result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Well, those early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
They'll take over at first and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll run as the offense. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
On the play. 2nd and 10 at the Commanders' 40-yard line.
Throwing his dart. Looking middle, and that's complete. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Dart from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they have 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this pass. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Short throw caught by Pitts. Nice little juke. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The previous play, they nearly got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
Let's go.
From the gun, he'll hold his head. The ball trying to run inside, but nothing there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Cougar 19.
Here's Daniels. Flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not really.
Got his man. It's Williams. And This is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 23. Needed 13, they got 13 on third down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Start.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 21, here's the 2nd and 8.
Ready.
And they go play action. Daniels. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line.
A loss of 5.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
Let's go now. Bronco 80.
To the air goes Daniels. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Washington.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
6-yard line.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a first and goal.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Ready. Hawk 70. Hawk.
Throwing now is Daniels. Set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. And it's caught. And it is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Commanders are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
2nd and 10. Now Dart. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
19 light. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 19 tight. 19 tight.
To throw now, Dart. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Here's Lane. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. They're set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, there were 3 talking points at the halftime. All of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
From the 43, here's second down and 2.
Ready! Cowboy 80!
Up the middle, it's Edwards. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and second and 1 is now third and 3.
It's now third down and 3.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have the Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you always need a blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a third and 8 coming up.
It's time to give more credit there to your defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 37. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty.
Okay,
but
ready?
when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Ready.
Daniels looking to throw. And that'll be off the middle, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Here we go, here we go. Let's go.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. 4th and inch inches in plus territory, that seemed like a prime spot to go for.
It certainly did, and there's so many things that go into it. Are you too far away for a field goal, but not far away to punt it? Do you just feel like your offense is better? I just think in today's NFL, offense feels like it has to take care of the football, has to keep the ball, because scoring is up. You better maximize every possession. You trust your offense more than you trust your defense in today's league. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd down and 9.
19, 18. Let's go.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw out play action. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
This back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Daniels. He'll try and do this himself. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 on 1st.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking it off himself. Is able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
60 Bison. Ready,
Off the play fake. Daniels. Throw over the middle. Going to be caught here by Pitts. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
All that rapping pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills. All up on TV, I thought it made me richer.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Panther 60. Panther. Ready.
Back to throw. Daniels. Right back to Pitts again. And we'll hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. The kick by Bass is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. Looking at it from a defensive perspective, they'll keep the deficit very, very manageable. All things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you have to have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's Washington that scores. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Tyler Bass set to kick.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well. So give some credit to the defense.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing his dart. And he hits him in stride. And he's corralled at the 40. Number 4 picking up 8.
Has a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Dart. He's going to get this to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him try to come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
To throw, Dart. It's complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good look at the end of that one.
Brings up 2nd and
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Let's go.
To the air once more is Dart. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. And he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
I don't think he got there. No, they stopped it right where it all started.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Dart. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
From the gun, here's Dart. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Looking to throw, Dart. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now let's have this and run. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. Tries to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
For the field goal. A 59-yard attempt.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. And that one an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within the score. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But boy, getting back within 1 score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10.
It's a pickup of 3.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On the bootleg, it's Daniels. It's Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Gain of 15 yards.
15 yards the pickup. 1st down, Washington.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready.
To throw is Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. He's going to have to eat this last down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down.
This has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Ready.
Here's Daniels. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Travel like a Braun, I'm a traveling man. LAX, out to Baltimore, they landed in France. Basic shows out in Germany, they bought in Japan. See these reps take me everywhere I go.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had good success. 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have the Commanders 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
At the 22-yard line.
Go. Panther 60. Panther 60. Go.
Now Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. Kyle Pitts from 21 yards away. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back to the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. Bring this up to 18 now.
Commanders 31. Packers 13.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. To the air, Dart. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing, Dart. the third down conversion.
Packers, first down. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Green Bay.
They'll throw again. Dart. Now they'll tuck this and run. And he can't find a receiver. He's brought down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
It's second down.
Dart going to look to throw here. And he's going to go down again. Jalen Phillips able to drop in that time for his second sack of the evening. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Throwing his dart. And that will be incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, but after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's got a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Edwards now on first and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
And they will take a knee here. So a victory here for the Commanders. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Commanders, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.